Alright guys, back again with the 90. Today we're going to be doing an oil cooler. For people that know these cars, they like to run a little bit hotter with like heat soaking and whatnot. So especially with this engine, going to do the oil cooler to hopefully prevent like whatever, like overheating or kind of staying high up in the temps. Went with this like universal kit, and it'll be good for this engine and the next one. So just more or less got to figure out where to put it. I'm thinking I'm going to be able to put it behind the bumper, maybe on, I don't know, maybe lower down to kind of clear out some of these lines, maybe on that side. Another idea I've seen before, but you got to execute it like really good, is to have it mounted on the outside, but this thing does not. I don't think it'll really work for this one. Probably gonna try to put it right there. All right, but so the bumper does have to come off, and then the temporary crash bar I made also is coming off because I have a guy coming over this weekend to take measurements on building me a new crash bar. So I'm gonna get all this pulled off now. I got for doing like a little backyard crash bar job. Like, this ain't too bad. I mean, it is what it is, and it actually worked pretty well. But I'm hoping to get more of a streamlined kind of look. Maybe something like a tube up here, tube down here, like double tube across. Or maybe something that does like a 3-point, like it connects there, maybe down near the bottom. I don't know. But this was definitely a good thing to work on, or try to do. All right, and one thing you gotta make sure to do is just empty out your oil. I'm gonna do an oil change on it as well. So far, I'm thinking for the mounting, it'll go on this side right about here, and then can run the oil lines up underneath it, going straight to the oil filter, which is pretty close. I mean, I preferred it on this side, but I want to make sure all 4 of the mounting holes can be got into. And now the problem is trying to figure out which thing goes onto it. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, it'll go this piece on there, and then this piece on top of it, and then the oil filter. But I also just gotta figure out which size thing I gotta put on there. All right, so we gotta figure it out on what size thing I need. This is pretty much how it's gonna be. I don't have it all sealed up. I don't have the lines running out. Hopefully try to keep it as tucked to this as I possibly can, just to avoid them getting messed up. So, but yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty nifty. Also got to try to get a different crush washer. I might have said this already. I'm gonna try to find one that has a, like, you know, whatever material, and then rubber on the inside to kind of help seal this better. I just got everything I need to do an oil change, and then should just be bolting that on and routing some hoses. Alright, so you want to make sure to use some sealant on threads, just a little bit, just enough, and that should be good. Just like a nice wrap around. Then we'll grab the right size socket and tighten that down in a second. All right. There you go. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, now that I got all that installed, now I get to attach the oil cooler and run the plumbing. All right, I pretty much need to pull this and this forward to get this up enough to put these zip ties through and mount the oil cooler. So this will be a lot of fun. All right, got it pretty much on there. Not really happy with the zip ties through the radiator, but I'm hoping with the crash bar that I'm gonna have built, maybe I can get some tabs welded on to hold this. But yeah, this will be good for the next week or so. All right, got everything hooked up, plumbed. Gonna fill it up with oil and then start it and see if it leaks, and hopefully it doesn't. Fingers crossed she doesn't just dump oil, so yeah. Okay, you got some leaks a little bit everywhere. That's a whole lot of fun. All right, now I get to drain the oil, try to reseal it, and try again. Okay, I realized I might not need that adapter, so take 2 without it and tightening some of the parts that needed to be tightened. So far so good. Just gotta check the oil and yeah, just add or fill, or add or don't. Right. Don't remember if I did an outro on the thing. But thank you guys for watching. Whole lot of fun. Finally doing some stuff to the 90. I got some more. I mean, it's mainly bushings and mounts and like a couple gaskets, but all in all, excited to start working on this thing again. Excited to see what it's going to be. So yeah, stay tuned.